Hello, everybody. Welcome to Purple Haze Podcast. Everybody, I am your lovely host, Isaac here. Before we get to the video, as always, make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. So today I kind of wanted to go over a certain subject over basically mainly the first two picks of the 2022 NFL draft class. Specifically Lewis Cine and Andrew Booth Jr. about if they are busts. I mean, that is very well determined, but let's be real here. It is really heading in that direction if we're going to be honest. Starting with Andrew Booth Jr. for 2 weeks into the preseason, he looks lost. He's given up yards to receivers, if not more, against the Titans because they dropped balls when he was in coverage. But, I mean, this is back-to-back weeks that Andrew Booth Jr., because he was bad against Dallas Cowboys in the 22 season, let's be honest. And I was, okay, he got injured then. He only played one game. And then he got injured later that season. So, I'm not holding my breath on seeing how he will do this season. And so far, the preseason, he's getting cooked by the second team offense and the third team offense. That's unacceptable. I mean, if he cannot do very well against the starter, the second, I don't know how good he's gonna do in coverage against the starters, like Tyreek Hill, DK Metcalf, all of those star receivers. He's absolutely gonna get cooked alive, basically. So, and also Lewis Cine, who for the second week in a row can't quite tackle really well. Yes, he made some good plays against the Titans. I'm not going to be 100% critical of Cine, but he made some good tackles and plays. But on the other side, he decided it was a good idea for the Titans, for the first Titans touchdown. He decided it was a good idea to tackle with his head instead of his arms first. You know what's going to happen basically when that happens? You're either asking for one of these two things will happen. An injury to the head, or the neck injury, or a shoulder injury, anything like that. Or you're just asking for big plays to happen. And what did Lewis Cine do? He decided to lead with his head, and then he looked like Anthony Barr. I saw no difference from that play. The running back decided to gallop over him over a horse, and gallop over him like a horse, I guess I should say. And he allowed a touchdown. That really doesn't make up for all the good plays that he made. He got outplayed so many times and this is the second time in a week that we're seeing this. And look, I'm not trying to hate on these guys. I want these guys to be successful as much as I can. But this is basically a big issue because Lewis Cine is a first-round draft pick that the Vikings decided to take and trade up for anyways. But if this is exactly how he's doing the rest of the season, it's really a first-round bust because you traded for all those picks for the Lions and the Packers, which is a really bad sign right there from Kwesi. But, as a professional athlete, how do you come to the conclusion that you do not know how to tackle? Like, adjust from the Seattle game and just say, well, alright, I guess tackling with my body doesn't work. I have to tackle with my arms instead for most of the time. And there you go for like the second week against the Titans. Gallops over him like a horse. Touchdown. And Andrew Booth Jr., seriously, I do not know how good they are going to do. I'm just saying how it is what needs to be said. I really hope that they can get better, but it really is heading in the direction of a bust, I must say. I just kind of wanted to... So, okay. Andrew Booth Jr. Okay, let's get to him. And basically, he gave up a lot of separation to receivers. I mean, sometimes it's man to man. Sometimes when it's zone coverage, he gets beat easily. And he looks like he does not know what he is doing right now. So I am very, very disappointed in both of these, who I expected to perform really well. Lewis Cine, with the injury that he had in London, I mean, I hated to see it. And it was like, oh man, it kind of sucked. So, and then you get to this, and plus, we're just giving out this excuse. Here's the excuse that many of y'all had. Just give him time. He had an injury. Maybe he will understand it better. Okay, because the question that we should be asking if we are defending these guys is, how long are we going to say that until we suddenly the light bulb comes off and say, oh yeah, they're bad. I'm basically in the middle of an area where I think they will get better. I mean, I'm leaving room for optimism, but I have to talk the way I see things. I can't just be, oh, this player's doing good, all things are sunshine and rainbows, and this is going to be amazing. And then, but I'm not going to be also a negative Nancy either, where everything's just bad. I have to see it as it is. And right now, the way I see it, Cine and Booth Jr. are looking like busts. So that's basically my subject that I have to say. And so thank you guys so much for joining this video. And also before I go, I will be trying to get a video out Friday, but I'm going to be somewhere else on Friday. So I'll try to get you guys uploaded as much as I can. Thank you guys. Hit that subscribe, hit that like button. Skull.